Hello everyone, it is me. I am back. Okay, let's switch over to my main screen. I need to turn my headset down a bit. I think the music should be fine for volume on stream, but for me, with my sensitive hearing, it is very loud. Very loud. Okay, let's get that on. Okay, so today will be a fairly short stream, but I did want to stream today as I have been quite busy at work these last few days, so I haven't had much of a chance. But I have, however, done quite a lot on this map so far, off stream. So I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join the stream before I share, well, give a tour, I guess, on what I've done so far. And while we are waiting for some more peeps to join, we are going to just get into Blender and do some shits. So, yeah, as you can see, since last time, quite a bit has changed here, for the environment at least, but again, we'll go through this stuff when a couple more people join. But at the moment, what I'm doing is basically finishing off this cliff, because this is going to extend all the way over here. This part isn't going to be playable space. The playable space only goes up to here, but this is all just for background stuff. But what I'm going to do at the moment is build up these cliff bits here and connect them to the grass, and then we can actually texture this grass and this cliff, because these are separated from all of this stuff, because this part will be completely done once I have done that. So first we need to move this a bit so it's not clipping with the cave. And of course, we just want to scatter some vertices around so it's not completely flat, make it a bit more realistic, even though, well, this isn't exactly a realistic map. But having just pure straight stuff isn't too nice, I would say. It is not. It's not great. I think what we'll do is make a triangle there and maybe lift this one up a bit. So we basically want to just be like slightly under the grass, because how we're going to do it is have like on the grass have a little bit like flap going over with, let's see, yeah, because this here is the grass texture, and then this one is the one like this nice finish here that will be going over the edges of the grass to make it look nicer. Hello, dear night. We are continuing the map. It is looking pretty good, although time is ticking, that is for sure. But most of the layout is done now, at least. It is mostly just getting the remaining mechanics in and, well, making it actually look nice. Because at the moment, this is not textured or anything. So that is no good at all. Not at all. Although I think this map is going to turn out really good. It's not going to be a really good map, but to make up for that, I'm going to try and make it kind of funny at the same time. Because I can't make stuff look really good because I just don't have the time, so if I can't make stuff look really good, I'll at least make stuff look goofy. Which is a nice alternative. there should be another edge set here, I think. Yes, I think we're going to want to make another set of vertices actually, because that will stretch them up a bit too far, probably. Let's go like that. We'll sort out this pipe. The fact that that's clipping through the pipe in a minute when we get there. Let us just focus on this side first. I can't wait to get these textures done, to be honest, because I feel like this map is going to look quite nice, to be honest, because I mean at the moment it looks terrible because there's no frickin', well there are textures but they're all just stretched and weird because I need to work on the geometry first, because if I work on the textures first then me playing around with the geometry would mess up the UVs and all that, which would make the textures be all weird. And that is no good. Not good at all. I don't like it when that happens. So what's going on here then? I guess we'll have this one coming up here. Just clipping through the pipe on the outside, but we obviously don't want it clipping on the inside. I'm trying to see if it is. Hang on, it needs to be here. Yeah, that's fine at the moment, but there's obviously a bit of a gap here, so we're gonna have to add a vertex here. So we can drag that like that. That might be clipping a bit now though. Let's have a look. Yes. So we'll just have one more then. Subdivide. Select that shit and voila. Perfectos. So I think that's mostly done. This needs to be a bit more that way. Maybe not that much though. That is fine. That, I think we'll add... No, it won't let me do that properly because these two vertices are here. I don't know why these are like this. Let me just get rid of them. I still can't do that. Interesting. Okay. Blender says no. I'll just do it the manual way then. No, not Maxime. That's definitely not what we want. There we go. But I think we probably want one more here as well. Let's drag that up a bit. Yeah, we'll put it in line with this vertex. And then this one can go up here, I guess. Right, so now it's pretty much just this bottom bit here, which is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Although this part is looking a bit weird, isn't it? I think what we'll probably do here is just get rid of this part completely. And we'll just extrude this along. We can just merge these down. Like so. Yes, that is good. And I think just one more. Oh no, two more actually. Or maybe a couple more just to have that nice round edge there. Let's move it along like this, just so we don't lose the Z height or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. And I think actually we'll probably have it wrapping around back here as well, because the players will be able to fall off this bit, because this part here will be playable space, or at least some of it will be. So they would be able to see that if they turned around when they fall off, or maybe would have it visible in a cutscene or something, so it's best to just model that just in case. Plus it won't take long anyway, so it's whatever. It is just whatever. I don't care. Yeah, we are listening to Mario Galaxy music today because, to be honest, I didn't know what else to put on. We've listened to Mario Kart World music quite a lot recently, so I thought we'll try Mario Galaxy this time. Okay, let's just... to be honest, we could probably get away with just having these 4 vertices still, because this side is literally only going to be visible if the player falls off the cliff, or if we have it in a cutscene from this angle. I don't think we would though. So we don't need like too much detail this side really. So we'll just try and evenly space these vertices out. Didn't mean to move that one. That one does not need to be moved. Although I will need to go through all these vertices again after I've done this, to just add some like dents. So, well, it looks more like a cliff. So obviously cliffs aren't perfectly straight. That would be bonkers if they were. That would be ridiculous. Imagine a completely straight cliff. Like, what is this, Minecraft? What the hell? I need to drink my coffee in a second actually. It's going to be cold, but at the same time I want to finish doing these damn walls quickly. They're literally right here. We've only got like, what, 4 more to do? 4 more to do and then the map is completely done. No, I'm just joking. If only. But nah. Not if only, because I am really enjoying working on this map actually. But I will be glad when it's done, so I don't have the stress of trying to get everything done on time. That pipe is in the way, so we're gonna have to definitely move those vertices around later. But we'll just get it in the right place like that first. We'll go back like that. And I think we are good with that. Yes, I do think so indeed. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee. That is some good coffee. Okay, so let's start off with this first. So obviously this blue pipe, we don't, well, I mean technically we could have it visible there, but I don't know, should we have it sticking out? Because I mean it is a pipe, so it's not like it could be clipping intentionally, you know? No, I think we'll definitely cover it up because otherwise the player could jump onto the pipe and that's gonna get complicated. So yeah, we'll actually just do, we'll have the wall go around it like this. And then we'll have these sticking out a little bit as well. Maybe just add a bit of jitteriness or whatever to these. Just drag them around like some toddler or something. Even a toddler could do this kind of work. Yeah, drag that out a lot. Big bump. Big bump. We like the bumps. We do. Maybe we can have those two sticking out like that a bit, because we're going to have like a fence blocking this part here, as obviously this part here, as I mentioned before, isn't going to be playable space. So we do need something to block it, because at the moment it isn't going to be playable space. Block it, because at the moment it is just a the cliff that's blocking it, but we're removing this part of the cliff here behind Quick Revive, and just gonna replace it with a fence or something, because I think that would look a bit better. I do think it will look a little bit better at least. Why does it say I'm live? I mean, obviously that's a good thing, but I already started streaming. I don't understand why Twitch just resets the stream sometimes. It's really bizarre, to be honest. It is strange, and I'm not too much of a fan of that. Do 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 do. Do do do. Yeah, that's gonna look a bit weird if we drag that out like that. I think we're probably better off actually just merging these together. Yeah, that's fine. Do do do. Do 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 do. I think we should try taking it inwards a bit as well, because we haven't been doing that as much. Mostly been taking it out instead. Which is fine, but it would be good to have a bit of variety with that. Oh yeah, I need to put like a rock or something here as well, because players aren't meant to be able to walk behind here. But that's fine, we'll do that when we actually start adding rocks and trees and plants and all that stuff. I will not forget. I think that part is already pretty much done actually. I think we'll just add a little bit more bumpiness over here though. Or up here I should say. Because we like the bumps. Bumps are good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, I need some more coffee. Right, so that is that pretty much done. So now we just need to add a bit of like a flappy flap to this grass. So what we're gonna do, select up to there to start with, and we're just gonna extrude this down, and then maybe scale it out a little bit, kind of like that, and then scale it, extrude it down again. Yes, yes. Although that part's messed up a little bit, these should be kind of more like that instead. Move that one more in place again. Oh, this thing is getting in the way. That was definitely off. And I think we'll just move that one a little bit as well. How very wonderful. Okay. I'm just thinking the best way to do this. Yes, I think I have an idea. I think what we'll do is let's just do one bit at a time. So we'll extrude them so they go inside the wall like that, and then we'll add like the extra details bit after. Let's merge these two together. Then we want that one, and maybe we'll do a couple more as well. Kinda like that. That will merge to that. We just want to make sure there's no gaps like this, otherwise we'll be able to see straight through it, which would not be too good. I think in fact I'll add an extra edge loop there. Just push that back like that. And then move on to the next 5. Like so. Let's merge those together. Is that on a different colour? Oh, because I merged it to the wrong thing. Whoopsies. Although it's still a different colour. It could just be the texture, because technically this is textured, it's just not unwrapped properly yet because, well, I'm still modeling. These ones I should be able to just select together as they're all kind of on the same side. Let's merge these two at center. And then we basically just need to have this one tucked in to the pipe. So let us do that. We just need to make sure it doesn't actually clip into said pipe. What is this? There it is. Yes. Okay. Oh dear, what is that? I saw something clipping through the pipe. That is a no-no. What is that? That's the grass, isn't it? That's fine. You can just subdivide that and do a little thing like that, and that should be good. Why is my blender lagging so much suddenly? There we go, that's a bit better. That was a bit weird. In fact, I should probably save, because I do have a habit of not saving and then Blender crashing and me losing everything. Thankfully, Blender autosaves, so that doesn't usually happen. But it definitely has happened. Okay, so let us start on these ones. Kind of like that. Yeah, that could work. I think we'll... yeah, we'll merge these two together. And then... I think one more down. And then we tuck it in. Yes. Okay, let's... oh no, let's not merge those. Let's actually make a triangle out of those instead. Yeah, drag that up like that. And then... we want this to go inside the wall. I think that one might be sticking out a little bit too much, to be honest, so we'll play around with that in a second. I think this will merge with that now, at last. Yeah, so I think this one might be sticking out too much. So we'll leave that one where it is though. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, let's finish my coffee. That is good coffee. Okay, so we can actually start getting a bit less with the detail now on this, because you're not really going to be able to see these sides because these are going to be out of bounds. The only way you'll be able to see them is by falling off the map. But you'd only see them for like half a second anyway. So we could go with just two vertices down these ones. So we'll go a 1 and a 2 like that. And then this we most definitely need to play around with. In fact, I think we might have this one come down a bit more in that case. Over that like that, and then merge these two vertices together at center, and then make a triangle out of that. Just drag that to about there. So it's right on the edge, like that. That's good. Yeah, I kind of like the way that comes down suddenly like that, actually. That is quite nice. Should be able to just do these last ones all together, actually. So let's go down to about there. And then inside like that. I didn't mean to extrude again. There we go. Cool. So let's merge these together. And where are we? These two here. And there we go. I think that's it for that then. So we can actually start texturing that now, and then we'll work on the extra details on the grass after we've textured that. Let's just make sure the normals are around the right way. Everything, they are. Good. Okay, so let's do the cliff first. So we'll select everything. Oh, it's literally only the cliff on this model anyway. Oh yeah, there's this part down here as well, actually. In that case... Ooh, interesting. Because I was planning to just do this side first and then this side, but if that's all going to be one model, it might be best if I wait to texture the cliff until I've actually finished this bit of the cliff as well. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Why is my scroll wheel just keeps not working for some reason? There we go. It's weird. I'm using the scroll wheel to turn the camera, but sometimes it just doesn't. It is annoying. Okay, the grass though we can do, because these are both separate patches of grass. Although I haven't done this part yet. That is true, I haven't done that. But I could do that. Come on, scroll wheel, cooperate with me! Oh my god, why are you doing this? Okay. In that case, I think we'll just finish off this bit first. We basically just need to add some dirt to this, and then have the grass overlaps again. And then maybe just have a couple of bumps in the grass, because at the moment it is completely flat, which is not very nice. Not very nice at all. This should also be going right against the pipe as well. But it's quite possible that that's going to clip through the pipe now. So have a look. It's not actually. Cool. So that is fine then. In fact, actually, we can do this part of the cliff again now. So let's retexture that. So let's just select all of that. Unwrap. Not Smart UV projects. We go unwrap. So we'll look at it in here. We want to compare it to this to make sure we get the texture to be about the same size, which I would say is about that. So it should look fine on the sides now as well, which it does indeed. That is very nice. Okay. Yes, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna need a cliff. Well, not a cliff, but this dirt texture in this like little triangle bit here. Not whatever I selected there. We definitely don't want it going all the way over there, that's for sure. Want it like that, but this is going to be the dirt texture, which is this. And we're going to need it going like right against the pipe here, but we don't want to move that, so what we're going to have to do is add a little vertice on this, and then we can add another face there for the cliff dirt texture, whatever you want to call it. And same thing for this one, actually. Dirt texture. That would probably be better if we had that touch in like that. Yeah. That is good, that is good. So now, go ahead and unwrap these. And again, just try and make them the same size as this other dirt texture. So about that, I would say. And now we're going to go ahead and separate these into a new object because it would be easier for doing the grass here with the overlap stuff. So we would want to go kind of like that. Probably not as much as before. So maybe kind of like that. Yeah, I think that works. Let's just drag these off to the side through the pipe. Make sure it's not clipping, it is fine. And yeah, that actually looks fine there, to be honest. That does already look fine. So now let's do the same with this one. So we're just gonna go, oh, need to extrude first. Kinda like that. And then down a bit more, and then into the wall, like so. Yes, I like it. That is good. That is lovely. Right, okay. We won't merge that into the grass yet, but we are going to merge these models eventually. In fact, for now, I think I'm actually going to separate these two grass models completely, just so it'll be easier to unwrap and all that, because I can just select everything at the same time. So I think we're mostly good with this now. We just want to add maybe a little bit more bumpiness to this bit of grass here, because this is very, very flat at the moment. Maybe we'll just do some random shit like that. Maybe we could have it go like up a bit at the edges here, and like that. Yeah, I like that. That is pretty nice. Okay, what's this look like here? Oh yes, that, how are we going to do that? I think for that, we probably just want to have it go down. I think we'll, let's delete this face so we can just redo this, because we want it like that. Then we can easily do that. Although that still doesn't look great. What do we need to do here? I think really we just need to extend the grass texture along. So what we'll do, we'll extrude there and then create a new face with these. That's probably going to clip through the pipe now, which is fine. We'll just sort of... Oh! Surprisingly, it actually hasn't come through the pipe. So we're good. Okay. Okay. We are good. Let me just make sure everything's around the right way, because I think we are actually ready to start texturing this grass now then. Maybe we'll make like these bits go up as well, kind of thing, and maybe we could actually make these ones go down a bit, something crazy like that. Yeah, that is pretty good. Pretty good indeed is. Okay. So yeah, I think we are actually ready to texture the grass now. I don't know if this is going to be as simple as just unwrapping it, but let's find out. Yeah, that does look good actually. So now we just need to put it to the right size, which might be about that. Yeah, I think so. Let's shade smooth that, and let's also set the roughness like that so we don't get a weird shine on it. I think maybe a little bit bigger would be good. Maybe kind of like that. Yeah, I like that actually. That's nice. It doesn't look as great like if you're looking at it from like right above here like that, but we're not gonna really be this high up ever in the game anyway. I think it looks perfectly fine if you're just like standing on it. Maybe again I can make it just slightly bigger. I just don't want the texture to end up looking blurry if you're like right up close to it. But I think like this would be the normal player height, so I think it should be about fine like that. I don't know man, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller now, to be honest. Tedious work! Yes, it's tedious work. There we go. I think that's good. So now we can actually try and add the extra details. The extra details indeedies. Yes, let's do that. So we'll start off actually with these ones here, because these are quite easy. We can experiment with these a little bit. So what my idea is for this, is to basically have that like that and have a bit dangling down kind of thing. Like so. Make sure it's actually around the right way. Isn't? No! Whatever will we do? There we go, that'll be fine now. So now we need to, do we have this other grass texture in there already actually? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. We'll just make it again. So it'll be V2. Let's just actually copy this, because then we can just change the stuff like this. So this is V2. We need to get the alpha in here because part of this texture is transparent, and we need to set it to alpha clip like so, and then change this to grass V2 unwrap. There we go, perfect. Just leave it like that. No, we need to make it so it goes along here exactly like that. Maybe extend it on the Y a bit. Yeah, just adds like a little extra detail to the cliff. I think maybe we could have it up that way a little bit more. Maybe bend on the Y a bit more. Okay, that's now like that, so we're going to have to extend on the X more as well. But now, that looks too small. So, we're going to have to do it like that. That bit's going to be like that a bit though, so yeah. I don't know. That should be fine, I think. Maybe we'll actually make this one a little bit bigger then, a little bit smaller rather, so it kind of fits that more. Yeah, like that. Cool, cool. I think maybe we'll add like just a little bit more geometry there. Just because we could go like that and then see underneath it at the moment, which doesn't look too nice. Just gotta make sure it doesn't flip into the wall like it is right now, because then it looks even worse if it does. There we go, I think that's about right. Cool, cool, cool. So, let us do the same with this bit here. I think it might actually be easier if we do it from the cliff instead of grass actually, because if we use the vertices on the actual cliff itself, those are already in line with the cliff, so it could make it much easier to actually line up the grass properly with the cliff. Well, if it's already in line. You see what I mean? Let's select that, and we just want to separate that and move it out on the Y slightly. Like that. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that would probably end up being fine. Is that run the right way? Ah, no, it's not again. Mamma mia. Okay, let's add this one. Unwrap. Gotta rotate it so this is like that. We got it around the wrong way, so let's rotate it 180. And then maybe scale it up a little bit more. Maybe down a little bit more actually. Yeah, that is good. That is still clipping a bit though if you go too far away, so maybe... yeah, we'll do it like that. Much better. Cool, cool. That is pretty good. Right. So now we've got to go through the tedious process of doing this to all of them. Yay! What have I got myself into? Oh my god. Might be best actually if we select like the first two lines. Ooh, although this is a mess. Should we even do it this side? We probably don't need to do it this side to be fair, because again we're only going to be seeing this if we fall off the cliff. So let's select these. We'll just select the faces that we want to actually work with. Okay, I think that's it. So let's make that into its own object. And we'll put that as grass texture just so we can actually tell a difference between what we're working with at the moment. So we want all of these vertices to be basically like that, a bit further up. And again, we just gotta make sure they are not clipping at all. That is bad. We don't like clipping. Yeah, these also need to go up. That one should be fine. This one though. In fact, I'm probably going to have to add another edge loop there. Oh wow, you want another one? You're freaking greedy, Blender. Okay, I see how it is. Actually, maybe... no. Well, actually, we'll probably still need to do that a little bit. But yeah, one more edge loop here. One more. There we go. This one, no, we'll keep that where it is then. This one though, definitely. Is it that one? This whole face is a little bit weird actually. Let's go ahead and get rid of these two vertices. Right, actually this is going a bit too far up at the moment. So I should probably... ooh, I definitely didn't mean to do that. I should probably consider actually bringing this down quite a bit. So it's literally just below, literally just above where grass is. Okay, so I think that's those all good now. Let's work on these next four. This one can actually just merge with that at last. These will bring up, and that one's fine, but these two I think need to come out a bit more. And then these three definitely need to come down more. Okay, there's just that little bit at the top there and bottom. So I think we'll just add another edge loop along here. And then drag both of them out on the Y. That one. Yeah, a bit like that. Okay. In fact, actually, what am I doing? I need to bring this up a bit first, because that's way too much space there. And then this we need to bring down. Definitely going to need another edge loop here, 100%. Okay, bring that up a little bit. That is clipping still slightly, so let's just do that. This one, bring up like that. Inwards, and then this. That might actually be a bit too much up, actually. Let me bring that down more. That in like that. Then this one down a bit more. And then definitely an edge loop here. And maybe another edge loop here. There we are. These will actually bring in this way a bit more. Actually no, we'll try and keep it in line with that edge there on the clear. Okay. In fact, actually, we don't really. Well, we'll merge these two together, I think. We definitely don't need both of them. Same goes for this. Oh, yes, welcome to Galaxy. Okay, that is that. Oh shit, actually we haven't done this one. We need to bring it like that. Yes, that is perfect. That is perfect as well. That would bring it down a bit. Let's temporarily change this to that, just so we can actually see properly what we're doing. These ones we can probably just get rid of, to be honest, or maybe merge them to this one be best. Like that. Same goes to these two, actually. We'll merge them to this, to that one, like that. It's definitely got to go like that, I guess. It's hard with this cliff shape. Yeah, that should be fine. We don't need the that detail to be completely in line across the entire thing, because that will not be much variety, will it now? Definitely needs to be... oh dear, what is that? That is naughty. Let us manually do that then. I can see there's a little bit of a gap here, which doesn't look that nice. So we just do it like that. That is too far up. Or too far down, I should say. And then that one, this one shouldn't even exist. We'll merge that to that one. And that one is about fine now. We'll probably take that out slightly more. This one's actually good for height, but take that out slightly more. This one go up a bit. These two definitely go up a bit. Yeah, like that. And out a bit as well. This one out a little bit. These three though are definitely up too much. I think, yeah, these should probably merge together. Okay. That would be a problem then. That's fine though. We'll just have it like that instead. Yeah, like that. And we'll have this one come out a little bit more. And this one slightly more as well. Like that. And like that. Voila. So now we can unwrap it and have a little look to see if this is any good. See, it is clipping a little bit there, but I think that's just a blender thing, to be honest. Well, that one isn't though. That one definitely needs to come out a bit more. But I think like it doing this weird clipping thing when going far away, that's just a blender thing, so it shouldn't actually look like that in game. But of course we could just change it if it does. And move it out a little bit more. So let's change this back to grass feed 2 and unwrap it. And we're definitely going to need to do a bit of editing with this one because we want this these vertices here to be completely in line with each other. So let's scale on the Y, set it to 0. Same with these, SY 0. And then same with these are middle ones, SY 0. And then we're just going to have to do a lot of playing around with this stuff. It's definitely not going to be perfect at the moment. Yeah, in fact it's actually running the wrong way, so let's go 180. It is stretched at the moment, so we need to reset on the X here. So that's about right for the stretchiness. So now it's just scaling it to the right thing. Which I guess we could go to about there. This, let's move down a bit so it's actually visible. Yeah. Oh, that I don't like very much. What is happening here then? That needs to come out a bit more like that. There we are. Is that clipping at all? No. This is really nice actually, I like it. I'm still not sure about this. Oh, yeah, that needs to change. That's these middle vertices. We just need to make sure we're putting them where they need to be. So this one would be more like that. Where's the other middle vertices are over here. So, oh, it's just a one actually. What one's that then? Because yeah, there is that one there that looks a bit weird. I guess like that actually looks better. Okay, cool. This actually looks pretty good, I'd say. It's just maybe I'll change the grass texture. But I won't sort that out tonight because I just don't like how it looks from above. It looks like very weird. But like when you're up close to it, it's fine. But yeah, I might play around with the grass texture to see if I can do anything better with that. But I don't have to unwrap all of this again if I do that anyway. I can simply just replace it easily and do some testing with that to see what looks the best. But I think, unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to end the stream tonight, because I have to get up very early tomorrow for work, earlier than usual. I knew it was going to be quite a short stream, but I wanted to just do a stream just to show like what this is looking like right now, and what I've been working on, basically. So tomorrow I probably won't do a stream, but I'm going to continue with this after work, and I'm going to aim to get the rest of this cliff bit done and textured, and maybe change the grass texture to something more that looks nicer from above, and of course get the cliff all textured as well. So yes, it is time for me to fuck off, unfortunately, but thank you to everyone who joined today, and I shall see you all next